Hey. Hey. How you doing? Had to turn the video on just for like sanity's sake. I'm having almost like Truman Show days where like you come out of your house and I don't know if I'm just gonna explain it really well, but you may know how I feel. And it feels like everybody was getting ready for some kind of play or something, and then you coming out of your house was like, all right, curtains down, here we go. And then you just like one after another. It's, oh, so your job is you're the guy that does this, and okay. So I just walk out my door. I'm just walking out, you know, and I'm met with these taillights. This fucking car is just backing right up at me. So unfortunately had to retreat for the safety of the doorway again. And the people drive like shit here because they're morons. But on top of being morons, they're not good drivers too. So it's like you're always taking your fucking life into your hands when you get around someone that has a car or is in a car. But Schizo Garage there is the most dangerous place you could fucking imagine being around here. I mean, well, not anymore. Pre-COVID, it was probably the most dangerous thing. You know, post-COVID now, everywhere is dangerous. Everywhere is dangerous now. You know, as you can see, I mean, you can't go anywhere. But but yeah, because if you're in an area where there's people driving, you just gotta really protect yourself. You really have to be aware of what's going on. So I come out the back door, and he's like fucking backing right up into me. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Then he drives this way. So I'm like, what is he doing? Pulls up this way. I'm like, fuck this, I'm going. As soon as I go to step out, he comes right back at me. This car in particular is the same car that I always have a problem with when I'm out behind Schizo Garage. When I'm inside, it's every car, but it's also a different car. It's fucking crazy. Like if I had the time or the inclination to go through and do a supercut with all the times I was down there being menaced by the same two vehicles, it would be fucking kind of crazy. And it's shit like that. It's like, you know, that's why I am the way I am, because this fucking retarded experience we're forced to have here reinforces itself over and over again, you know, over and over again. Like I'm just walking out the door, and it's like, so I don't know, man, because I don't want to, I don't want to just like, I don't want to, I don't want to bitch all the time, but I also have to report what's happening, you know, because that's part of the gig. So I'm reporting on what's happening. It's just this is stuff that just happens to me. But from there, it's like, and some days are like this, some days aren't. Like I go a whole day having no problem, do my business, and you know, there's always some kind of fucking weird shit going on, because of course there is. You're in a city, but there's always something weird. But some days I go out and it's like everything, all the weirdness is geared toward me. You know, like I don't know. I couldn't even explain it because these examples, like I'm not going up here because I have to get all the cigarettes up there. You know, there's the whole thing about being nice to people. I was just looking up there, and there's a guy and a lady that I give cigarettes to separately all the time, but they're together. Once you give something to someone once, like that's the problem with street people here, like the ones that just hang out in the streets all the time. Some of them aren't homeless, some of them are though. But the problem is, once you establish something, like here, you know, we'll ask you for stuff. Once you give it to them, and I've done this for 10 years, yet I still fucking volunteer up. Once you establish you will do this, they will chase you down the street screaming, hey, hey, hey. I'm like, well, really, you know? And you have to kind of, it makes you a certain kind of person. Like it makes me, you know, a lot more mean and closed off. Because every fucking person takes advantage of the fucking niceness or the try to be coolness. And it's just after a while, it just grates on your nerves. Like just coming out of here, you know, this crazy woman that lives in my neighborhood. And I think she was in an accident maybe, or maybe she's just developed weird, but she has like the personality and the voice of a small child, like a baby. Like I'm not even joking around. Like she does it like, hey, I'm thinking, and she'll walk through the neighborhood asking everybody for cigarettes. Hey, got a cigarette? Hey, got a cigarette? And every morning she goes down and buys like $50 of booze at this ABC up here. Shooters, hard liquor, different kinds of things. And then runs around drunk as fuck trying to get cigarettes from people. Like a family with a little kid will walk by. It doesn't matter. It's just one of those nuisances on society they can kind of do nothing about. It's just like, well, you know, the poor lady probably has a problem. You know, it's just this place has a lot of people like that. You know, there's a lot of them around here where it's like, what are you going to do? You know, they're going to be a pain in the ass to everyone around them until they're taken off the earth. You know, until God calls them home. They're just going to be a burden and a nuisance on everyone around them. And that's what it is. A lot of people like that. So I always try to avoid her because she'll come right, hey, you have a cigarette? I made the mistake of giving them to her before. And I've gone through phases with all these people out here where I'm like, fuck that guy, never again. And after a while, it's like, I give him, this and that. And they fall back in. And then it's the same fucking thing with these people. So at one time, I was nice to her. And like I said, you reach these phases. I'd reach the phase where like, it's just a cigarette. This person's having a tough life. Just, try to be nice to them. Be nice to them for a while. But then you get in a scenario where they will follow you around the fucking block if they see you and you haven't given them the thing that you give them sometimes. I was here with Nia and her mom, like my mother-in-law, coming across the thing one day, and there was this other guy, another head injury guy in the neighborhood, and I think he was head injured because he had a lot of tattoos on him. They wouldn't tattoo like a retarded person like that. So I think he probably had some kind of accident, right? And then, got the tattoos before that. But he said, fucking, So I just give it to him to leave him alone so he'd go away. He doesn't talk either. He'd mute and goes, and it was just like one day just coming across here with Nia and her mom, and you just hear, he goes running into traffic to fucking stop me in the crosswalk with them because he saw me, and I just kind of fucking lost it, Well, I just lost it. You can't just do something nice for someone because then it turns into like, all right, well, this is the bar. I know you'll do this, so I need this every time I see you, and welcome to extortion. It's like, fuck that. So it makes you like kind of an asshole. Like you want to just fucking take a face at everybody and just keep walking. It's just, I go in and out of those fucking phases. Yeah, it's just fucking it gets crazier and crazier. Just a minute ago, I'm like, does this qualify as being under attack now? But it's all like fucking stupid shit. Like just, it's all annoyance. You know what I mean? It's not like anyone's like trying to physically attack me. It's more just they're trying to make me fucking go crazy. Or at least like that's the feeling you get. Just every moment I've been out of the house since I walked out to that car backing up at me has been just one thing like that, after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. And it's like each individual problem isn't a big deal on its own. Like I'm just in the store trying to look at something, and I get it fucking, one of the guys working there, like an older guy, probably like a manager or something, and he's just like fucking got one of those sweepers, fucking things that go on in the store, and just bullshit that's not even doing anything, just to look good. Like, oh, Mr. Sweeper's gonna sweep. There's nothing on the floor, it just opened up. He's kind of following me around the fucking thing with the thing sweeping. I'm like, oh, you need to be here? Oh, okay. Oh, you need to be here now. Oh, you need to be here. You just need to be where I am, is what you're saying. Is what you're doing. Is what I'm picking up on. I didn't say any of this before, so I'm just like, I just left the area. I left the area, stopped looking at what I wanted to get, and said, just fucking leave. Just go to the counter and check out. And I go up to the counter, and he's at the counter. He comes up to the counter after I'm there. Now, I don't respond to this because now I'm thinking, does he realize that I'm fucking annoyed by him? Is he purposely doing this now? And I had him and I had something else going on with this other fucking nut in there at the same time. Who is, I'm not even going to get into what was going on with him. There's something going on with him. And, I wanted to yell Free Palestine at him, but he's too far away. I don't give a fuck about Palestine. I just like getting those people fucking to freak out. He'd probably fucking try to kill me or something though for saying that. I don't know what you can get away with in this country anymore. If you're a protected class, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You know what I mean? That is the most protected class. The ACLU. That's kind of how they came together. Because of a rapist. What the fuck is his name? Leo Frank. Yeah, that's an interesting story. The ACLU, like ADL, it's one of those like Jewish. You've heard of it. It's the one that always gives everybody trouble. I think it's the ACLU is the one. That's what it is. And there was some. He raped this girl, tried to blame it on two black guys. They caught him, which is actually a good plan because he was gonna fucking. Who would ever think like, oh, this is a setup? Of course. But they happened to tell people, they happened to know people, and it just turned into a situation where they knew, you know, where they knew it was going. What the fuck was that about? Like, right? You just wait for me. I gotta get home. I gotta get home. Yeah, it's just one thing out there. I don't know if you even, it's hard to see because you're only seeing this one thing. Since I started talking to you, there's been two more things with people that are happening around me. You know, one of them's that truck. Because guys are staring at me and like, what the fuck did I do? And they pull me aside as I'm talking to you guys and just looking. And as soon as I move, they start moving. It's like, what are you doing here? There's nowhere to park there. It's just that kind of shit. But it's the Goldilocks nature of the place where a normal, logical person could say, they were just backing up or they were just turning around on the street where you can't turn around. They were doing something. Don't worry about it. You're crazy. They were doing something. Now, I'm not saying they were like, oh, let's pull up here and we'll drive them crazy. It's a system. It's a system that works independent of you and this world you're walking through. It doesn't have it's not an organization. It's not people doing this. It's the system clapping back at you for what you understand, for what you know. You know, like I said many times, when you become aware of this stuff, you appear on the screens like a little blip on the radar screen. Like, oh, there's another one. You know, and they see you as a combatant. They know you're up for fucking. You have to get hammered back into your spot, you know, with the rest of them. It's hard to explain. Like, you just end up sounding like a fucking mental case like that, like I just did. And that's by design. It's not a bug, it's a feature.